All right. So the market is really welcome back to another live trading session. Welcome back to another live session here for the NY session. Good afternoon. Hello, welcome. And we are beginning another trading session for today. If you look at that, today is Wednesday, 15th of July, 2026. Pretty strong and significant trading day that you can see here. And we are looking at in this trading day for possible entry opportunity here in this market. So let's look at, first of all, overall trend direction, and also we'll be looking at the trade setup on XAUUSD, USD/JPY, and euro dollar. So euro dollar has initial move, and then the price shows that there might be some potential downtrend here. If we see that significant downtrend, we will be looking at entry here as well. So starting with, first of all, gold is currently moving to an important liquidity zone that you can see of this. If you look at the daily here, that you can see the price also approaching to this daily after the previous daily long week here. We can see the market has moved here back below and trying to push here back above of this level. Now, if you look at this market structure, that on daily on gold, we can see that there was big drop followed by yesterday we saw there was a bounce, but in this downtrend is still the sellers dominates the market. Okay, this is what the first thing that you can see from the price action, that the sellers dominating this market. Okay, you can see from here it's a falling market, and from the weekly as well it's a falling market. So it's a sellers dominating market, but you can see that there was significant drop of this. Currently it's pushing higher here in this downtrending market. That can create a potential opportunity for us later today if you look at. So this is the 15 minutes move from this support here that you can see of this level, which is currently approaching this previous resistance level. And looking at this lower time frame here, what you can see, I'd like to delete this level here that you to see overall picture in the market. All right, and we'll be also looking at both sentiment as well as the fundamental perspective in the market. So that said, that you can see here with this breakout, there is a strong liquidity grab at this level, and you can see the market slowly after creating this strong liquidity sweep of this level, the market is showing up to be here bearish. So here is the, if you look at that, this is where there is a, the market has penetrated that level and getting the rejection. So that rejection, also the 10 EMA retest on the intraday. Let's see if this is something signaling any kind of reversal. of this level. And also look at the 1 minute chart, that you can see there is this uptrend and then break below of this rejection. Now looking at also, if you look at the current, today there is coming up PPI, so calendar, and PPI might, what I think that, what's your bias with PPI? Share your thought and opinion on PPI here today. If you look at that coming up PPI, which what I think that the market is going to spike up and then to return back below. Now if you look at that, the market trend here is, the major trend is always, keep in mind that, back in mind. Okay, now with that upcoming PPI, I think it will still manipulate till news announcement and then settle to go bearish. This is what we can see from the price action pattern. If you look at that, there is a very sharp drop of this level, right, and now move up. So this market is very strong selling market, right, and breaking, you see that back to back 2 sessions high is broken here from the, that sessions perspective. So when you see that a selling market, the sessions high is broken, that means there is liquidity trigger, right? The only thing that we are looking at here, the market is bouncing off a support level, so that can trigger some upside bias as well. But the market condition is different. If you look at some market, for example, strongly trending, when they breaks this kind of high, it's gonna trigger massive liquidity for another drop. But now, because there is some long wick at the bottom and it's bouncing off the support, there might be some initial move, and that can happen with the PPI. And with the PPI, if we see the data has released, and the market can get that now rejection below for this trend continuation here in this market. So that said, the overall, this is a, if you look at that, you can see it's a pin bar coming up of this level, showing up some kind of breakup structure here. So at the moment, I'm not going for long, is because it's in a falling market. Do you think gold has reached its floor? I don't think so. If you look at that gold overall, this is the weekly chart, you can see that here. Okay, and from the weekly, because see the market structure, how it has formed. This is the weekly green candle, right? And with this weekly green candle formation here, I'm just closing it fully. Think logically. Okay, if you think logically, you'll understand that what I am telling. You see that this is a falling market, and there is a green candle here. Okay, in this strongly falling market, a bullish candle, and the market, after this bullish candle, the price has crossed that bullish candle's high and created a bearish candle. If the market is able to break a green candle's high in a downtrending market, why the market shouldn't break the green candle's low, right? we can do a logical argument on that one, right? So that will give you, because people think like that, that will give you an understanding of higher probability for this market to drop below, because this is a falling market, and therefore, because it has broken that high, like this one here, you can see after break of this high, there is a massive drop, and so therefore it has a higher chance to cross this low here. And if the market, it's like to entirely reverse, but I think that the reversal zone could be here, okay, or below. That can happen at the moment. So therefore, from the higher time frame perspective here. Okay, and the lower time frame perspective, the market is here is showing up to be now here. I'm looking at the lower time frame trend. So we have 20 minutes for this data for PPI to come up, and of that data come up, we are looking at here for this market to trend back below in this market, and this is what we are looking at for. But I'm open for any possibility for the market to reverse up depending on also on the data. If you look at the coming up next coming up data, here is PPI, and also there will be Fed Chairman Kevin Warsh will testify. There will be also volatility, and since the PPI, the market might start to move off that level. Now, for me, this is a downtrend, and we see that there is a potential for a pullback. We'll see that how the market react with this news, but it will be a good point if the market goes up with the PPI. That way, we have more zone that the market has reacted for another wave of drop, especially coming to the daily resistance can create significant move in this market. We'll see that here. Okay, we'll be looking to see an entry opportunity. Okay guys, so hope that you are enjoying the live session. Make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel for more regular update analysis as well as trade setup that I'm sharing every day. And let's look at what is happening with the current sentiment. And as you know that with the recent data and all other factors, if you look at that, and also the market is in fact direct influence in the market. So we'll be looking at also what is happening with WTI, USD JPY that I saw previously in an uptrend, and also we will be going through with the euro dollar and DXY. So let's look at the DXY here that you can see. So DXY is bullish. This is what I'm seeing, that gold is potentially to be bearish, because DXY, you can see that it's still in an uptrend. Now DXY here shows that potentially going to the upside here. And that said, if DXY is remaining bullish, then gold is remaining bearish. Okay, this is what you can see here. And there's another 15 minutes candle close. We have one more 15 minutes before the data come, and that one going up will be a good point for us to look for reversal. What do you think? I think about investing in SpaceX, but I have read that it could drop to $115. Thank you very much. Okay, so here what you can see at that level, this is the current key resistance line that you can see. And with this movement, that as the market has tested this, what we could see here, and let's wait for this candle to close here, and that will give us a complete understanding of the market structure. Okay, so you see that here showing up to be yeah. So here for the short term, we still can see some upside bias. We still have 15 minutes for this data to close, okay, the data to come, but I'm not entering for a short period of time to see that the market is to drop. Okay, we'll see that. See, it may go here back above to that level. I think it will be 4127, that far. Okay, if you see that from the daily, the market is, okay, if the market goes up, okay, if you look at the weekly, this is a different chart. I'd like to look at here because we are looking at here. So the gap open here, right? And also I'll keep both of them side by side. Two different charts. That's interesting. This one on the end. If the market goes back to the daily resistance, you can expect another rejection here. All right, so with this support area, trying to create that bias, and also on here of this support showing up the market to have this trending movement along this area. Anyone thinking of going long? This is a the news is coming in just a matter of few minutes, so I'm just waiting patiently for that move. But you know, the spike could be to the upside, and there is a significant fair value gap. And with this fair value gap, that the market has tested the support, and you can see the market has gone back to the upside. At the moment, we're looking forward to see that breaking above and then continuation of this market, which once reverse, we can look for sell to see that after confirmation. Daily resistance at this level, I'm waiting to see to happen here. Coach, if spike up, maybe sell opportunity. This is what at the moment planning, not directly, but we'll be waiting for spike up and then reversal. Now also data will give us some better understanding. Let's understand that also what is with the overall sentiment in the market. Okay, US Cencom at 6 a.m. 80 today. US Central Command Force began launching wave of a strike. So there is some launching wave of a strike against the Iran. So I think some war going on. Iran army says they will respond to. Which one is the first? It's 1 hour 55 minutes. US Treasury yields rise as investor await latest producer price inflation data. IRGC threatens to block more vital seaways as Trump orders renewed Iran blockade. So the port blockade and also strike. So basically, this is what I would say that gone to the war when it begins, and after that, not first week, maybe after 2 to 3 weeks, what was the situation? It's gone back there. So the market also trade accordingly. Usually you see that the market trades accordingly. China slowdown worse than expected on weak domestic demand, and ECB chart, no secondary effect observed at present. PBUC to ensure market plays key role in determining unit rate. CB Nagel firm's current latest rate are optimal following June review. So some of the economic news. So I would mostly focus this session is about some the data coming, and also as you can see that there is, I think in other media also there are some significant news about the current. So the Iran threatens to blockade more routes. So that's gonna be potentially, if you look at that on, I think it's gonna be mostly on energy. So energy shows that there is a spike up so far, and okay. So from that point of view, if we look at that from sentiment perspective and also the fundamental, you'll see the data and other factors here. So with this consolidation here, this also looks like, acting like as a reversal. That can happen. If it is reversal, that can bring that market up, but after the data we'll able to see actually the overall trend direction here in this market. Okay, so it's the part of trading cycle that I always talk about. Yesterday I thought that gold would most likely drop back down to 4030 level after the large impulse from the CP. Yes, this is, this is a very common in trading, and that's why trading sometimes very hard. Is not that, the technical analysis or other factors. There's a big part, if you really want to develop a trading cycle, there is only one single point that you need to focus on. Okay, when you look at something, okay, we think that, guys, let me tell you once again, we think that, okay, we need to get a big degree. Yeah, that's good, have a big degree, and then need to have a big job. It's good to have a big job, but to attain something, okay, that really want mean for you to be mean to, you need to narrow your focus. Okay, specific, no problem, anything that you, but what I have seen that, I have mentored thousands of traders. By the way, before I go to that point, I would like to announce you that currently the premium entry is available completely free of charge for this week via the website. You can visit the website. Before I forget, I'm sharing with you this $500 coupon now, which is fully discounted coupon. Before the live session, you can directly join here now. NFP $4.99 discount. So this is the discounted coupon, and you can visit the website and directly sign up to get access to your dashboard and also all the tools and strategies currently as well as the future coming. You can access that and all the links and also essential tools and indicators available on that dashboard. Okay, now narrow your focus, okay, and then overcome fear. I've seen a movie long ago, I think it's the name of the movie is called apocalypto maybe. Yeah, says that fear is a kind of disease. It's really in fact, because these days is more, right? And that most, you see, the fear will actually hold you back, you only, no one else. And that's why fear is such an important tool, and you need to overcome that fear. I will tell you what kind of fear. Actually, we think that, seeing a snake is a fear, or fear can be, even the internet can be a fear, and there is a lot of fear scattered that, okay, if you come to the internet, social media is fearful. That's a fear. Okay, it will hold you back, right? You need to move forward with overcoming that fear. Okay, and that's very important as a trader. So how does the fear hold you back? Now, what is the advantage of those fear? Let me tell you, there is a reason behind those fear. Think that you are on a race, okay, with 10 people. You're on a race with 10 people. Now, if you hold back, let's say fear is behind everyone, but 4 people are very fearful and fear hold them back. Who is getting benefited from it? You? No, 6 other racer. Because it doesn't matter either your fear that's harming you or no, it's beneficial for others who are racing with you. Keep in mind that, guys. That's why you have to be overcome that fear, because it's only harmful to you, no one else, for beneficial for others. So that's why it's your job is to overcome fear. Okay, and then don't overcome the fear of survival. It's essential. When you see fire, you need to just run away from it, right? Or if you see a snake that might bite you, of course, that fear is essential, not that fear. Okay? There are 2 kinds of fear. One is the reptilian fear, the other one is the illusion fear. Okay? Which is very important to look at. Now, let's see that here in this area. Now, we are looking at near to the 2 minutes away from the news coming, and we are waiting for that to happen, the data to come up, and then we will be looking at that entry. Thank you. So you see that on 45 seconds. So this is here, you can see that the spike could be to the upside or to the downside. We haven't started a pull here yet. Okay, we are looking at here to see the market to move up at this level. Okay, spike up. All right, so you can see that spike here up, and the market is almost to this daily resistance level. What about with on dollar index? USD on a pullback, and Euro USD also we can see that upside bias. So we'll look to see what kind of market trend here? With a series of higher low at this level, that okay, the market has reached that daily resistance level, and so this is the daily low. So with an inward head and shoulder, initially moved up to this, and lower high. Yes, we can see that lower high is forming, and so therefore, uh, okay, so the 1 minute trend shows upside. So far, we will be thinking of uptrend until we see the market has entirely um, lower high or higher low. Lower high. What do you mean by lower high? Okay, so the spike is not much strong. I wouldn't say that not it's strong. In 1 minute, if you look at that, 120 pip, it's strong. Usually not, you know, it's one news. This is strong. If you look at the 8-year perspective, from the 30 minutes, this candle is 95 ATR, which is almost 2 ATR move in this candle. Strong spike. I would consider strong. How much big you can see after this one here. So the trend shows strong. Okay, now to for us to look for, you can see this is the daily move, and to go for any kind of sell, you want to see a clean reversal. I'll not be surprised to see that it's pushing higher. You can going back to this weekly gap open that's what I'm. Once we see the confirmation, we can look at that any directional bias. Okay, once we can see the confirmation here, then we can look at that entry. Now here in this zone is showing bullish. Here's the move market is at. It's most likely you'll see that crossing that zone, which might go. Come on. Okay, so the data on PPI is, so yeah, so basically usually more often I saw that CPI followed by PPI. Okay, so that has given, if you look at the data also, the confluence for DXY. If you look at the 4-hour on DXY, it's not moving much. DXY, WTI is on this. XAUUSD is where the market is trying to, if it is a breakout, it might just straight go back again to the daily resistance. So just keep pushing higher with one single move here. Okay, yeah, the bullish bias is stronger. Seems to have looks like that we might see another bounce. It might go back to the weekly resistance because there is a rejection. So we will be looking for buy entry after this lower time frame breakup structure. So I'm waiting for a lower time frame breakup structure for a potential buy entry here. It's currently in an uptrend. So if we look at any entry here, it may go back to the daily high as sharply had a breakout. Look at this is the 5 minutes candle. It's a full body candle. So if we see the pullback at this level here, we will be looking at that entry here in this market. Okay, now it's the time to pull back. Okay, now the pullback will determine if the market is still bullish or bearish. It may try to push here back above. So around this zone, we might be going for long entry. So around this zone, I'm looking for buy entry of this stop loss at 4051.00. TV target will be setting at 4087.15. So I'm going long here at this level for potentially another move in this area. So here, if you look at that, we only had 100 pip stop loss here and expecting another potential move back to the upside here. And there's a 15-minute candle closed, which is a pretty long bullish candle formation here. First pullback candle on this lower time frame. So we'll be taking, if the market successfully goes up 4070 TP1, and we'll keep the rest running. We're expecting another bullish bias. That means that higher high. So rising up to this level where we're seeing some bullish bias here at this level, and we'll see that market to push up in this direction can create possible upturn to that direction here, and So from this support area that you can see here is that might go for consolidation again. It's gonna be very boring if it goes for a consolidation. We wanna see one more move to the upside from the support area. It's the feedback wall. Come on. So another 5 minutes candle has formed, and so far we can see that bullish bias, that looking forward to see that movement here back above of this bullish price action. And with this movement, so if you see that this one closing the 15 minutes as a doji, yeah, that can trigger upside uh, push here, okay, because the market is on the daily level. So there's another 1 hour candle close coming. Consolidation is sometime chasing a pump. Okay, so you see that there is a this is a the significant breakout, and 15 minutes candle is important to see that how the candle has closed, which is usually after a big bull candle. Once you see the green small candle, which is a trend continuation, and this is what we are looking at to see that the market is maintaining its uptrend here. And okay, you can see that it's pushing higher. It's a good move to see that upside. Now it can keep going up. So there is a 1 hour candle close coming, and okay, I am exiting this now trade. I'm going out. I'm out with running profit. So there is a, if you look at it, there is a 1 hour candle close coming. It can trigger again another bias. So you can re-enter once we can see that confirmation here. We'll be looking to see again to see that how it does, and based on that we'll be re-entering. If you look at here, we had around 80 pip. Now we'll be looking to see again another it may, if you look at the 1 hour, this is a very large move, and with this large move the market can come for a pullback or can go back again. If it goes back again, we can look at again another entry here in this market. Here is a fake out sometime in after this consolidation going up, and then the market just start to reverse. This is more often happen, especially after the news. So if we see that reversing, because it's a very big breakout, we would like to first confirm is it reversing or going back in the direction of the trend. If it continues, we can re-enter at any point in this market. Okay. Now let's wait to see that what's with other instruments. So you can see the WTI is pumping, slowly pushing higher, and USD/JPY had break below with this one here. If we look at the dollar index, also had a break below, so gold may try to push higher. So if we see that confirm push, we can look at the re-entry, especially if you see this is support. The market here may come for a pullback and then can go again for another move. So here with this movement, the 5 minutes price action shows further upside. 15 minutes, the current support at this level here, can re-entry at any point in time. More often you'd see the price to, usually when you see the order block, it comes to break the order block, the trend shows upside. So you might see that continuation here, back to the upside. But breaking below here can be a zone that creates another bullish bias. So we'll be looking at opening buy along this area again, stop loss below this low, or profit target around this area again at this level for the same trade setup. Here we will be putting stop loss well below this level for this 15 minutes candlestick pattern, and so the TP target in the same level. Then I open second trade. There is another breakout structure. This is just okay. So there is another breakout structure. We're still on this. So we just drop back below to the order block. It's very weird. Took us out. So that might be, if you look at that here, let's delete all of that to see that where it is heading. And coming below, from the through the 15 minutes also shows the similar kind of price action here, and is the reversal. So wait to see. So what you could see slowly the market to pick up from the 1 hour if we look at, and from the 4 hour chart that you can see of this, the market has created this stronger rejection of this, which shows that the price action to have that reaction back below. And yeah, it looks like that we could see potential upturn again. This break below was not as expected for here. I'm opening with a very smaller risk buy of this, and stop loss will be below this low. Again, stop loss at 4054. and profit level will be setting at 4087. So there is a strong upside break of structure. The bias still could be to the upside. So this is the new uh, target here. And if you look at the daily, the market already has broken the daily high. So it can try to push here back for another wave. And that pushing back to the another wave can create that momentum here in this market. So exiting the trades, looks like that it has reverse. I'm going out with the running PNL. Looks like that the market has reversed of that level. So it can change the trend. If you look at this is a large head and shoulder, so I'm exit with this 46 pip minus. We'll see, it might, if you look at that here, 10 and 20 MA crossed over, so the price may have reverse of that level. So if you look at that level, so that's what you could see the market. If it reverse, then you could see that continuation of this move back again from the 1 hour, that you can see the price tested the high. The price action from the 50 minutes as well. You could see that continuation. Thank you very much. Let's see if luck is on our side. Thank you. We'll see that, I don't rely on luck. I just, if I'm wrong, I just, like go out of the trade immediately. So you can see here the market is from the 15 minutes, it's large bearish engulfer. The market may have that reverse, or you could see that breaking below and then can start to move up again. There could be, if you look at that here, it just had made a false breakout. This is entirely a false breakout, and the market has reverse of that. So we'll see what overall move the market is going to take. It can come down here back to the support. Or you see this is a large head and shoulder. So there's a back-to-back few false breakout along this area. Now this price action here is key now. So there is a large fair value gap in this area, which is Okay, there is a bullish bias here at the moment at this level. I think the market may push higher. So if you look at, there is a bullish price action at this level, and I will be opening long position from here, keeping stop loss below this low. It was 415 1.76, a very tight stop loss, and TP target will be setting around this area. This is a sharp move that you can see on this doji formation, can create that upside bias. We'll be going out with the trade. The market shows very different price action. With the running profit, I'm exiting the trade here. So we'll see that what we want to see the market to show overall direction. If you look at that here, few long wick doji, this market is still be, if you look at the 10 and 20 MA crossed over, and then of this level I'm out with the running profit. Just letting you know guys, here the market structure shows that the 15 minutes got back in connection here, and the market shows here, if you look at this, is a showing that in this area bullish price action at that level, and the most CPI, yeah, so the CPI and also PPI, and there is also overnight rate coming on CAD, which shows there is a market potentially to have that reaction. If you look at from this support after this break, it in fact tested the support, and the market has entirely reacted to the upside here at that level. So more often, if you look at that along this area, how the price action has formed is it was potentially a false breakout below, and the market now slowly picking that move to the upside of this level. So with series of high and low, that you can see this is a channel that shows an which is an ascending channel to the upside after this breakup structure that might now to break potentially to, if you look at here from here, you can see the market after retesting of this low is pushing higher. It may go back potentially to the resistance line again. If you look at this is the 30 minutes price action, and can go back to resistance line again for another wave of move here. back in just a matter of a minute. Okay, so there is a strong rejection of this, and there's a, if you look at it, there is a large pin bar with a strong liquidity sweep. Shows that the market trend here is so we are in rejection of this higher price, and so multiple times the market is getting that reaction of this level. So we'll be opening sell of this, keeping stop loss above this high for potential move back below of this with only 77 pip stop loss, and we'll be targeting to this support for this, as there is a 1 minute large bearish engulfer has formed at this level, which is potentially to show possible reversal. That you can see uh, the market, if you look at the with the news, there was a strong breakout and the price has entirely reacted back below. So 30 minutes, that if you look at that, so it's going to be potentially 2 to 1 if the market successfully drop. You can see there is a large structure formation here along this area, and so from the if you look at this back to back to in that zone, sellers shows a stronger confluence. We'll see that where it goes this price action. Okay, Okay, the market, today really it's not working as per the plan. So you can see there is in the data and all of that you can see there is a significant change. So at this level, if you look at here, there is a break and then start to change again back to the upside, which is potentially to uh, create a new higher high, or you could see that from that level to reverse again back, that can happen. And okay, we just started this NOI session. Let's do more trading tonight for me. So so you can see that there is a large doji on the 15 minutes, which has tested the lower shadow and shows that the trend may continue here back to the upside. So we'll be waiting for more confirmation as of today. If you look at the market, suddenly after this big breakout gone in a sideway, and we'll be looking for more entry later in this session. And any update also I'm going to share in the group. Hope that you guys enjoyed. We'll be coming on live again tomorrow twice, and I'll see you there again trading live. Until that, stay well, stay happy.